Coach, are you able to tell us a little bit about your roster for
Same.
this evening?
Same.
No Victor Stahlberg?
No, not yet.
Guy, évidemment, je suis convaincu que tu aimerais avoir une équipe plus disciplinée pour le match de ce soir, mais jusqu'à quel point il faut faire attention à cette fine ligne-là où les joueurs sont peut-être trop prudents sur la patinoire?
Non, je pense pas qu'on a cette attitude-là. On ne l'a jamais eu. On n'a jamais été trop prudent. Quand on a la rondelle, on attaque. Quand on n'a pas la rondelle, on défend. Puis il faut faire attention à nos bâtons pour les punitions. C'est là qu'on sait ça, puis changement. Être certain qu'on n'a pas juste nommé notre joueur, mais qu'on synchronise ça avec lui qui sort, puis moi je rentre.
Guy, you've always stated your disdain for morning skates, but you really never gave up on them completely. Why now?
Oh, we did all year. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And like I said before, we got nothing to practice now. It's been over 100 games, and our players have had a lot of games to play, and a lot of guys are banged up, and it's not time to do more. It's time to take the energy we need, just like we did against the Rangers.
Coach, can I ask you a little bit about the team's overtime record? Right, way at the back.
Oh, way at the back.
The team's overtime record, 6 wins. Not only have you won those games, but you've played so well in the overtimes in general. Any idea why that is? What it is about this team that makes them so successful in those situations?
Yeah, it's the most boring answer. I'd love to give you a really bright one and something you could write about, but the answer is we just stuck exactly to what we normally do, and very calm about approaching an overtime, because it's another period just like the first, second, or the third period, and I think our players feel comfortable with the way we play, and they believe in it, and so there's no reason to go into overtime and start being fearful of the consequences. I think we're aware of this great opportunity that we have, and the players love playing together. They love, I think the soul that this team has now, and I think the players are just showing that on the ice, whether it's the first, second, third, or the overtime.
Guy, J.G. Pajot seems to be a player you're comfortable using in virtually every situation. How would you articulate what he means to your team?
I think he's meant the whole season meant the same thing. He's exactly that, a versatile player. There's a perfect soldier that's, hey, what do you want me to do, coach? And, we needed to improve defensively with this team, from being last to being in the top 10. He's one of those first guys that really bought into that, and he knew that he could be really good defensively, and we would use him, and we used him all year against the top players. And really took pride in that, and I think inspired a lot of our players to become better defensively and better two-way players. And as you can see, him becoming a real good defensive player didn't take away from his offense. He's definitely one of those guys in the series, in the playoffs, that demonstrated that you could be a great two-way player, and you have a tremendous impact on the game when you do so.
Yeah, the Penguins said they want to see maybe a little bit more movement on the power play, a little bit more shot volume. As they make adjustments, what on the PK is the most important thing that you guys want to do to keep the success going?
Certainly won't go into specifics about how we're going to do. Yeah. One thing's for sure is on their power play, it comes from everywhere, and that's where it's tough to figure out, who's going to shoot, who's going to pass, and so when you scout them, it's it is a little scary to see that they got so many tools and terrific players that can hurt you at any moment. But I think in general for penalty kill, you got your own way of playing, but it's all about being the shooting lane. It's all about paying the price, blocking shots, recuperating free pucks, and making sure when you have the puck that when it's cleared, it's really clear. You're not giving it back to the opponent, and those basics I think they're the same for everybody. And in the rest it becomes specifics. I think that you do, and specifics against an opponent that has their own tendencies. But down to the basics, I think it's about that.
Looked like you defended really well in your own zone in Game 1. How'd you feel about neutral zone and, in particular, preventing zone entries for the Penguins?
We had a normal game. I think I thought we played well all around. you know, we didn't want to give breakaways and 2-on-1s. That was the main thing, and I thought we did a very good job at that. I mean, those are the freebies that will kill you. You know, it was really tough against the Rangers. They had, just like Pittsburgh, a lot of speed, a lot of straightaway speed, and the minute you forget that, you're in trouble. So obviously, for us, it wasn't so much about the neutral zone. That's what everybody talks about. We don't talk about it. For us, it was about us being in the offensive zone, and whenever there was transition from offense to defense, we had made some mistakes in the series against the Rangers that hurt us, and we didn't want to make the same mistakes. We just need to be faster at transitioning, and not just from having the puck, because we defended well into offense, but the opposite, transitioning after we've lost the puck offensively in the O zone. There was a lot of sniffing in especially the third and fourth game against the Rangers. You know, we wanted that goal right now, and there was impatience there, and it killed us. And I think the fifth and the sixth game, and the game we just played now, we've been much better at transitioning from offense to defense. And so basically, that's not the neutral zone. That's starting in the O zone, and that's where our mistakes were, and that's where our focus was. And our D zone hasn't changed, whether it's the Penguins or anybody else. We've been doing the same thing.